is all before I fell for you. So please wait.
We are never, ever, ever getting back together. No more can take it, baby, baby, take it, love me, love me. Banging the drum like dum dee dee dee. I know you want it in the worst way. I wanna hear you calling.
Globalization, in its simplest definition, can be explained as the interaction between two or more countries, without mattering how far is one to another.
including economical, ideological, cultural, and political exchange between nations.
It suggests the growing of economic activities, social interaction, innovation of products, and global interconnection among races.
It can be linked to a speeding up of global interactions and process as the evolution of worldwide systems of transport and communications increases the speed of the diffusion of ideas, goods, information, capital, and people.
But anything is a white or black, so we will see advantages and disadvantages of globalization.
First, we will talk about advantages.
Number 1. Globalization increases free trade.
Globalization has increased the free trade between countries. The increased capital liquid has allowed investors in well-developed nations to invest in developing countries. Also, most products in the market are offered in a cheaper price due to competition. Through the machines that were produced because of globalization, the products offered to the people come with great quality.
Number 2. Global mass media ties work together.
The increased flow of communication has allowed global mass media to tie the world together. Global mass media has allowed vital information to be shared between corporations and individuals around the world.
Number 3. Eradicate cultural barriers.
Countries joining together their economically strong politics and education have reduced and can even eradicate cultural barriers and increase the global village effect. Socially, we have become more open and tolerant towards each other, and people who live in other parts of the world are not considered aliens.
Number 4. Education.
Due to globalization, the rate of education is getting even higher. It's easier to go and study somewhere else beside our place of birth.
Number 5. Employment.
Globalization generates employment opportunities for those people who still don't have a job. Most companies today move to a well-civilized country in order to give a chance to unemployed workers to gain a job that suits their abilities and expertise.
And no disadvantages.
Number 1. Loss of culture.
Because entire things today are well built and well advanced, the former culture and tradition of the people disappear. Most of the people choose the well advanced world rather than to live just like they were before.
Number 2. Environmental degradation.
The business mutiny really altered the outlook, the level of economy, because most companies today are using the natural resources, deforestation, they often destroy the land, which often contains loss of minerals and resources.
Number 3. Disparity.
Even though globalization is widely open in the latest avenues such as employment and market, there is still that comes along with the improvement of the economy. Long multinational corporations have the ability to exploit tax haven in other countries to avoid paying taxes.
A thing that brings behind globalization is consumerism. And what is consumerism? John Green has an amazing example of what consumerism is. First, imagine the Cookie Monster. You know he loves cookies, right? But he really can't eat them because he doesn't have a stomach. Even though he doesn't have a stomach, he eats cookies all the time. And this is how consumerism works. We bought a lot more stuff than what we need, just because we love to spend money.
Now we'll give three examples of globalization that we can see in our lives.
First example.
The World Organization of the Scout Movement is the biggest movement for kids, teens, and young adults in the whole world. It has over 14 million members and it is in more than 215 countries. It is a globalization example because the idea was born in England and gets spread everywhere. Nowadays, thanks to the social media, a Mexican scout can be in touch with an African, Australian, French, German, Brazilian, or Japanese scouts just with one click.
Second example.
Un élément clé de la mondialisation sont les langues.
If you understood it, will you say a key element of globalization are the languages? If someone is able to communicate his ideas in more than one language, get sure their ideas will be listened in more places and better ways.
Third example. Have you ever wondered how you get that t-shirt? First the cotton comes from Australia, then the thread comes from South Africa. After the fabric comes from Brazil, then it goes to USA to get labored and finally you get it. That's how many countries join to make a single product.
You ain't gotta worry, it's an open invitation. I'll be sitting right here, real patient.
There's a fear, I don't care, cause I've never been so high. You can see the world you brought to life.
It is important is to realize globalization itself is no good, neither no bad. It just depends in how people deals with all the new possibilities in the future.
Sweet dreams are made of